Welcome to Poke Primer for Gardevoir EX in the Scarlet and Violet Standard. Note everything in this video is subject to change as more cards are released. Currently, this video is released during the 151 Scarlet and Violet set. In this video, we'll be going over the face card Gardevoir EX. We'll also be going over the attackers that the deck uses, a sample deck list, and a couple openers and just general overall tips for the deck. Check below for some timestamps. Gardevoir EX has the ability Psychic Embrace. As often as you'd like during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Psychic Pokemon. If you attached energy to a Pokemon in this way, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. You can't use this ability on a Pokemon that would be knocked out. Your main attackers of the deck are Gardevoir EX, Gardevoir with the Shining Arcana ability, and Zacian V. Zacian V and Gardevoir both have a similar type of attack. For 3 energy, it'll deal 60 damage, but for each psychic energy attached to the Pokemon, it'll deal 30 more. The way that you want to play the game is that you want to attach psychic energy from your discard to this active Pokemon to hopefully knock out your opponent's Pokemon in one hit. The attacks are kind of straightforward. The more energy you have, the more damage you do. More damage equals more knockouts, which equals more prizes. Now onto the deck list. Here we'll be talking about what a Gardevoir EX deck looks like at the release of Pokemon 151. Take note that this is only one sample list of what a Gardevoir EX deck looks like. This is not the list, and this is not the list you may end up playing. There are a lot of flex cards that can go in and out. Some people may play around with certain numbers, but if you're looking to just get your first look at a list, this is the one that I recommend. Your average Gardevoir EX deck runs about 18 Pokemon. It runs 4 Ralts from the Astral Radiance set, 3 Kirlia from the Silver Tempest set, 1 Kirlia from the Chilling Rain set, 2 Gardevoir EX, 2 Gardevoir with the Shining Arcana ability, 1 Psychic Zacian V, 1 Mew EX from Pokemon 151, 1 Cresselia from Lost Origin, 1 Mew from Celebrations, 1 Radiant Greninja, and 1 Manaphy from Brilliant Stars. For trainers, it's a bit more streamlined. Gardevoir EX runs 30 trainer cards. It runs 4 Iono, 2 Boss's Orders, 2 Worker, 4 Battle VIP Pass, 4 Level Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Fog Crystal, 2 Rare Candy, 2 Super Rod, and 2 Collapse Stadium. The energy count in this list is pretty simple. You run 10 Psychic Energy, and you run 2 Reversal Energy. Now for some tips and tricks with the deck. In this section, we'll be going over what your ideal Pokemon to start with are, and kind of what your bench needs to be to set up. Whether it be Battle VIP Pass, Level Ball, Fog Crystal, or Ultra Ball, your goal is to get Ralts onto the bench. Setting up a Gardevoir EX and also setting up a Shining Arcana Gardevoir is super important for this deck. Your goal is to have your engine online as soon as possible. Don't neglect an early Zacian V as well. By using Zacian V's ability early when you're not planning to attack, you can get a lot more energy onto the board than you normally would have. Getting a Radiant Greninja on the bench too is huge. It allows you to get dead energies out of your hand, draw into better cards, and also set up for future Gardevoir EX turns. The last card that we're going to be looking at is Kirlia. By using its ability to discard a card and draw 2 cards, it gives you a great engine to be able to get cards that you no longer need out of your hand. One of the biggest ways to improve on playing Gardevoir EX is understanding your abilities. So read your abilities and kind of get an idea of what they do. Mew allows you to find an item card. Mew EX lets you draw up cards if you're missing cards in your hand. Shining Arcana allows you to find extra energies. Manaphy, which allows you to prevent all damage done to bench Pokemon. And that's it for the Poke Primer for Gardevoir EX. Hopefully this is a good getting started guide on what the deck does and kind of how to go forward with it. If you enjoyed the content, tell me about it down in the comments below. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future.